asked the boys, if you were playing with your soccer ball and somebody came and took it, what would you do? What do you think the boys said? Okay, so boys and girls play differently, right? They asked, there was a scenario. They asked a group of girls who were playing. They said to them, if you were playing and another person came and took your ball and ran with it, and you caught that person, what would you do? Then the people said, what do you think the girls said? We'll talk to her, we'll ask, why are you doing it? Ask the boys, if you were playing with your soccer ball and somebody came and took it, what would you do? What do you think the boys said? The girls said we'll talk, the boys said and then even in older life, when they ask men and women, if they have to judge something, they say this person did something wrong. They ask the women, what must we do? The women say, let's forgive. They ask the men say, punish him. Why when he cheats we forgive him? If I cheat. He even knows it. If I cheat, customer, So girls and boys, now there's this thing they're trying to create, they call them gender neutral classes, and they're arguing that between the ages of 1 and 7, boys and girls are the same. And so we must teach girls to be, not talk to them about, oh, you are so pretty, and it's not what we they are pretty, yes, but we shouldn't highlight those things. And then they notice that when you talk to girls, we talk more about their looks, and boys we talk more about their achievements. When girls and boys study, they find the girls read better, and the boys would get the maths and the sums better. And then they say, but part of that is because of the games that the boys play. So boys tend to play games that have to do with dimensions and things like that. So it helps with their brains, and girls are more socialized. We teach them how to be nice to the neighbors, and that's why their language is a bit more. They checked another study whether women and men talk more. Well, they found that women talk more, but it's negligible. They have about 1,500 more than men. It's not a big thing. But it is very important to think that boys and girls at certain ages don't necessarily play the same. A little boy once came to our house. I was looking at their parents like, are you gonna do something? Because my girl just wanted to sit and talk, and the little boy wanted to do wrestling. He's grabbing my little daughter. I was like, yeah. But he's a boy, you understand? He wants to do, but my girl's like, and she's screaming there. She doesn't understand this stuff. Yeah. So boys and girls sometimes tend to play differently, but some of the things because we socialize them. They say by 4 kids, that people say they don't. I don't know if you know. There's a movement. They say they don't want to raise kids with genders. I have a problem with it. So then they will dress the boy in pink and I've got my own ideas. Let me not. I'm gonna put this on YouTube. Let me be careful. So now, but the issue is by the time they are 4, the kids already say no, boys do this, girls do this, boys do this, girls do this, boys do this, girls do this, because society and what they watch tells them those things. But it is changing, so I'm bringing this up so that we must be mindful when we raise our children what kind of toys we buy them. It is okay to buy little girls Legos and cars. I wouldn't take it as far as buying a little boy maybe a doll, but boys shouldn't be afraid to groom and to be sensitive, to cry if it hurts, so we need to think about how they play. Play is very important. You are rehearsing for relationships. Isn't that even when you're in primary school, the girl you like, you bully her? because you don't know what to say. But when kids play, they're just rehearsing for future relationships, how to negotiate fights, how to negotiate relationships. So it's important for kids to play, and what they play with, we must think about that. Why some kids get rejected is that they're too aggressive. So the things that kids watch, we must be careful about. If they watch WWE there, then they go to school, then the other kids don't want them. This one plays rough, and if they are too timid, secluded, or withdrawn, maybe you shout at them, you are very strict, then your child is very quiet, and then they bully the child. They don't want, because your child is not out there. The other kids either bully her or they reject your child. It leads to failing. If you reject, if you reject your kids, they fail, because if you think you're not wanted, you struggle to be yourself. And then if you're rejected, you can lead to behavioral problems. Remember, kids want attention. If they don't get it in a good way, they'll get it in a bad way. So we know of cases where the child is sick. Say the parents are separated, the child is sick, but being sick means the parents come together, they take them to the hospital. Then the sickness has a function. The child is always sick because then the family will be together. So, or the child will just do rebellious things to get your attention. Even better attention is better than no attention. So that goes for parenting, but also even for dating. Better attention is even better than no attention, because who doesn't want to be loved? Behavioral problems, because you reject the child. Children who are victims of aggression tend to overreact or refuse to defend themselves. So hence I say, so part of helping children is they need to learn how to defend themselves or how to talk, because if they keep quiet, there's one language that a bully understands is I'll smack. If you keep quiet, they smack you some more. It's the same also in families. If your partner is smacking you, the first day they say I'll smack you, I'll kill you. That language is already, you must do something about it. Because the person says I'll kill you, I'll smack you, or they smack you, you must respond. There must be a response. Military people understand it. If the other side does an aggressive act, they say we must respond. And the reason we must respond is that they must learn that transgression won't go unpunished. Does it make sense? That's why if you're a new teacher at a school, you set a boundary, the first person who crosses it, you must be on them, so the rest can learn. They must know. You do it deliberately. Even with people, so when somebody does something wrong to you, it's best to check with them. I don't know if you did this thing on purpose, I'm just checking, but I didn't like it. Because you are putting them on notice that this is not going to fly. It's language. Just if somebody does something you don't like, it's very important that you teach. So it's important for kids to learn that lesson. It's the time. So the other things we could have talked about is divorce, and I try to squeeze a lot. But this thing it's going to be like a 2-day program. Yeah, so I'm just starting it, but it's a big thing. Yeah, Karao, we're going to stop here. I see you're still interested. Any questions? At 2, I'm supposed to start again. Or maybe what stood out? Or was it helpful or was it confusing?
It was helpful. I think I was speaking to you earlier about how we get into parenting, but we are not really qualified to do it. Like you would not just do any job.
Yeah.
Yes. But because it's a natural thing, we get into because they've been doing it.
We think it's automatic.
We think it's automatic, and then you realize that it's not.
Yeah.
I think what it has taught me is how impatient I am as well. But what I struggle with is discipline without sounding like my mother, because that's all I know. That's all I've.
The mode you revert to.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm trying to learn how to discipline without smacking and having that discussion to say, look, there are consequences and this, and you know, my elders tests me too.